Greetings, y'all. Grand Rise whenever you're watching this. So today, the message they wanted me to talk about is stop explaining yourself to other people, because you don't owe them an explanation, and you have the power of choice to not explain your plans, not explain what you're going through, especially to strangers. I mean, I get it. People like me, with a light so bright, people just spill out their mental and what they're going through on other people because they feel some sense of safeness doing it. I used to be like that too, don't get me wrong. And especially doing it to strangers. I don't really do it to strangers, so do I? I feel like I used to, but currently I don't do it at all, because I don't need to explain myself or anything I'm doing to anybody, especially even if, they ask you a question on like what you're doing, how you're doing, and just trying to be ultimately deep down getting answers out of you. That's none of their business. And if they respect you enough, they will respect that answer, saying to people with questions being nosy that's none of your business. And yeah, ultimately, we do have this persona that most people like to abide by painting this appearance and having things going for ourselves in this 3D reality. And I know social media is a big part of that push to have this thing, to make it seem like we're always doing something, that we're always busy, and that we have things going for ourselves. In reality, that's just a lot of pressure on trying to figure out who you are as a person and what you enjoy doing. Literally, your goals from 4 years ago definitely might change from 4 years after. You set that goal, because we are always evolving. One thing that is constant within this lifetime and life in general is change. And I realized for me personally that I evolved so much to the point where it's like, if things don't resonate from 4 years ago, because I'm a completely different person from 4 years ago. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I ain't have locks. I did not have a slit in my eyebrow, but that's just 3D wise physically. But like mentally and especially spiritually, I have changed the most. So, and the things that I have learned about myself. So of course my goals and other things are going to change. Like, don't get me wrong. If something doesn't resonate with you anymore, it's okay to let it go and reevaluate, bro. That is life. Things are going to happen. Okay? And you don't need to explain that to anybody. As long as you know what's going on, and as long as you feel comfortable with where you are in the moment, and being even grateful and thankful and knowing that you're full of abundance within the moment of accepting where you are in this moment, because you are where you're supposed to be right now, because everything is already written. There's no need to worry. There's no need to explain that to anybody, because this is your reality. This is your world, because you're the main character. What do you look like as the main character of your life explaining your character to somebody else? Crazy. Okay, from that perspective. I do get it from outside perspectives. Ultimately, they're just trying to be nosy and trying to figure out what you're doing. They could just literally tell you, if you just listen and read between the lines. People are just nosy because they want to be distracted from their own reality. And most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's cool to be curious, but there's curious and being nosy and minding your business and just genuinely trying to figure out if someone is being good to themselves or just mentally well. Okay, they don't need to explain themselves. And yeah, there's people like that. And people do this non-intentionally too, because they don't want to accept what they're going through, and they want to get a distraction from their own reality. I feel like I already said it, but yeah, just use your intuition, your gut, to decipher between those people that are genuinely just trying to be nosy and figure out what's going on with you and distract themselves from their own reality, to people just generally trying to check up on you to see if you're mentally good. Okay? But yeah, But the power of choice, though, you're the main character of your own story. You do not need to explain yourself to anybody. And that's that, okay? Believe in yourself, accept yourself. We always evolve, and anything you want to change about yourself, you can, mentally and spiritually. As long as you love yourself and are always operating out of love, you're good, bro. There's nothing to figure out. You already got it figured out, bro. Time is just catching up. So do not beat yourself up about things that you don't have it figured out yet or whatever, or life is just gonna life. And we're all dealing with different things, and we're all at different time points, and we all have different perspectives on things. But having a general realization and knowledge that we all have our own battles that we are facing, and we all have things that shape us and program us. We're just all at different stages, and everyone is not going to get at what stage that you're at right now. Or people are just not going to get where you are right now. And that's okay. As long as you know who you are, as long as you are comfortable with where you are right now, and to developing into the highest person you can be, that is okay. Okay? You don't always have to have everything figured out. And if you always live in that fearful part of trying to have everything figured out, you're going to miss the most important thing, which is the moment right now. That is the beauty of life, and that's why the present is called the present. Stop worrying, stop living out of fear, and stop worrying about those expectations and trying to figure it out, bro. It's already figured out. Just live in the moment, breathe, and just live, because you're alive, okay? That's the difference between being alive and surviving. Surviving is being so much worried into the future where it's like you're just forgetting about the present moment. We don't want that, okay? So, starting with that, stop telling people your business, and also just live in the moment, and also just be grateful and thankful for what you already have right now, okay? Because it can go at any time. All right? Let's be grateful and thankful for the little things, and stop explaining yourself to people. They can care less. I swear. They're just trying to get distracted from their own reality and things that they don't want to fix themselves internally deep down and aren't aware of, okay? You're vibrating at a higher frequency, so we need to act as such and protect our energy simultaneously, okay? This is just straight off the dome, one take, and peace and love, y'all. I know you're gonna have a beautiful day, and if this resonates, please share, and please take this advice and apply it to your life, okay? Peace and love, y'all, always, okay?